So now we are going to do the new chapter of Major Dhyan Chand. Who was Major Dhyan Chand? He was the soldier in the army. Why is he called Chand? As you all know, Chand is a moon. So Dhyan Chand. Why is he called Dhyan Chand? Because he used to practice his hockey during night time. He was free only during the night time, so he used to practice his hockey during the moonlight. Therefore, he was named as Dhyan Chand. Okay, he was in the army. He was a soldier in the army. All right. So we are going to do this chapter, and it was held in the year 1936. But it was in 15 of August, which we are very close to 15 of August, which we are going to celebrate our Independence Day. So we got our Independence Day in which year? 1947. So every year during this 15th of August, we always celebrate as Independence Day. But here, on this particular occasion, it was much before Independence Day. So it was held in Berlin, Germany. At the time, during the presidentship of Adolf Hitler. He was the president of Germany. Hitler was a dictator. Okay, he was a president, he was a dictator, he dictated terms. And he was a very powerful commander. All right, he commanded terms and he was a president. All right, so now we will see what about his story. See from your first paragraph in your book, page 16, chapter 7, Major Dhyan Chand. Saturday, 15 August 1936, it was the day of the hockey final during the Olympic events held in Berlin, Germany. Germany had defeated several teams to enter the final against the Indian team. They were the host of the Olympics and they were sure of their victory. Perhaps that was the reason why their ruler Hitler had himself come to watch the match. So it was Saturday, 15th of August, 1936. Germany hosted a tournament, hockey, in their place, all right, which Indian team also took part. Because not only cricket, as you have heard, not only football or basketball or rugby, etc., but also hockey. So from that very time also, Germany hosted, okay, invited other countries to play in that particular place, hockey. Then India was invited. So Germany was a host, all right, hosted the tournament. Then because Berlin, Germany hosted the tournament, and it was during the time when the president was Hitler. He himself went to see the tournament. It was the final. Because reaching the final, what do you have to do? From Group A or Group B, Group C, what do? They have to first play. After playing the matches, then they will go to quarterfinals. After qualifying the quarterfinals, then they will go to semifinals. After qualifying semifinals, then only they will reach finals. All right. So this country, Germany, hosted the Olympic in 1936. Okay, 15th of August. 15th of August means the final day for the hockey. So all the day before, it had rained heavily. Remember, on that particular day, 15th of August, 1936, it was rained throughout. The entire field had become waterlogged. Waterlogged means water was collected, okay? In the field, there are holes, there are slopes, there are It's not plain exactly. So wherever it is a hole, there the water collected. So the entire field had become waterlogged. But 15 August being the last day of the games, it was not possible to postpone the match any further. The Indian team was a little under pressure as they had lost to Germany in the practice match and they were not very comfortable with the wet ground. So it's obvious when it rained the whole day, so the ground became wet. Okay, when it is wet, for the Indian team, it's so difficult for them to face it because they were not used in the wet ground. How will they play? Because it is wet. It was wet. Why? Because it was raining throughout. Wet and then not used. And then they were scared to play with against versus Germany also because Germany, while practicing, while playing during the friendly match, they lost in front of Germany. So they were scared, full of pressure to the Indian team. If they saw Germans playing, they were full of pressure. So they were scared to play against Germany. But then, so even then, they were not comfortable in the wet ground. So about 40,000 people had gathered in the hockey stadium to cheer Germany against India. See, this is the number of people who went in the stadium to watch, to witness the match in Germany against India. Even the Maharaja of Baroda state, the Prince of Bhopal and a few other Indians had also come to support the Indian team. Okay? At this time here in Germany, Berlin in Germany, president was Hitler. Okay? He was a dictator. When was this hockey held? It was in the year 1936. But then the date and month, 15 of August. Okay? What was there in this particular date? A final match between Germany versus India. Who would have witnessed there? The president himself, dictator, and also with how many people? 40,000 of people. Hitler himself, 40,000 people, and also the Maharaja, the Prince of Bhopal, that is, what was his name? The Maharaja of Baroda state. Of Baroda state. He also had gone to witness the match. See, Major Dhyan Chand. Why was he called Major Dhyan Chand? Major because he was in the army. He was a soldier in the army. Okay, soldier in the army. He was very good in hockey when he held the stick. Okay, when he held the stick to play hockey. So it's like a magical moment for him that nobody can stop him from playing. And some people, because they were jealous of him, once he held it and then he'll dribble it and then he will shoot it, so shot. Then what happened? People used to even they took his stick also and break into pieces, broke out so that he wouldn't be able to play. But because they thought that something was there in that hockey stick. But then there was nothing. It was his maneuver, his skills that he could play. The moment he held it and played it, and then there he will shoot it. So shot. Okay, very, very magical moment for him. Very magical game also for him. He could play very easily. There's no two ways about it. Which people ultimately confused with his game, confused with his stick, broke it into pieces and thinking that he won't be able to play again to find out what was there in that stick. but nothing can be sorted out. Okay, so play. When played, then it was raining whole day. The Indian team were not comfortable with the game. Why? Because the ground itself was wet. Okay, it was literally wet, so they were not comfortable with the wetness of the field. So they were full of pressure. Why? Because while practicing friendly match, while they were doing it, when they were playing friendly match with Germany, they lost, Indian lost against Germany. So the German people were very strong, that they kept a pressure to the Indians that they wouldn't be able to take part in the tournament. But then even then, the game must, the show, as the saying goes, that the show must go on, so they cannot postpone the game anymore. It has to be on that particular day itself. All right. So the match started exactly at 11 a.m. The German team had adopted a novel means a new strategy, a new technique, okay, a new style to play against India. The German team had adopted a novel strategy of using the Indian technique of short distance passes against the Indian team itself. They had resorted to a very aggressive play, that means general plan, okay? General plan for playing the games. The Indian team was offering an equally strong resistance. No team could make a goal during the first half. During the 32nd minute, Roop Singh scored the final goal, hitting the ball towards the goalpost from a difficult angle. So here, the match started at 11 a.m. All right. Then Germany adopted new skills, new techniques to play against India. All right. But then, how is the new techniques means to pass a short passes? Okay, short distance passes, the goal, short distance passes, so that the Indian will be in pressure. But then this also was a very, very general plan, like aggressive plan to play. But then the Indian team was offering an equally strong, but the Indian team were equally strong resistance. No team could make a goal. Remember, during the first half of the game, no team could make the goal. But only after the 32nd minute, Roop Singh scored the first goal. That means after the first half, after 32nd minute, then hitting the ball towards the goal post from a difficult angle. Okay, one goal scored. Okay, what we are hearing now, one goal already scored. Okay, let us see. That was after the first half. Then in the second half of the match, the Indian team found a firm footing because one already goal was gone, no? So the Indian team were excited. So they got a firm footing because they were at least leading towards Germany, all right? So they led Germany by one goal. The entire team played as one and made 3 more goals against Germany. Again, imagine 3 more goals. So how many goals together? One already shot, now another 3 goals. All right. Then 2 of them were made by the captain of the Indian team, who was then the captain of the Indian team. He himself, Dhyan. However, the German players were also trying their level best to win. They too succeeded in making 1 goal. So now this is the Indian goal. The German, now you heard what? What? Goal. Okay, they made great effort to fight against India. They fought, a last 1 goal went. So who was leading here? Still the Indian team. Okay, then now, only few minutes were left. Dhyan had resolved to win the match at any cost without allowing Germany to make any more goals. So Dhyan was the captain because already Germany, here the Germans scored 1. So Dhyan was struggling very hard not to allow the Germans score any goals. He was trying his level best at any cost. They should not score a goal. All right. Then his spikes. You know what are spike shoes? sports shoes, not those white shoes that you're wearing during your I don't know, PE classes or whatever, but then those shoes will have like nails, you know, below your shoes there are nails sort of. So those are spikes to hold the ground firm in the ground while running. Okay. His spike shoes were making it difficult for him to run fast on the wet ground. Actually, when you're wearing spikes, it holds back. Okay, but compared to Dhyan Chand, if you wear spikes, he was not comfortable at all. So he cannot run fast. Then therefore, he removed the shoes and the socks and began to run barefoot. That means he removed both socks and shoes and tried to run without wearing anything, bare feet, okay, he was running. Using his amazing skill of dribbling and his near magical game. That means carrying the ball with the stick, dribbling, all right, play a magical game. He began to send one pass after another to the players in the D. As I told you, D is defender, that is in the defenders or opponents. That means opponents means against the team. That means India played against Germany. Area from where they could make goals. They too did not let the passes go waste because it was passes from right to left, from left to right, from the front to the back like that. No, so they will not get, nobody can get the ball. But then it was a much great effort. The Indian team scored 3 more goals. See, another 3 more goals. Dhyan Chand could have easily made the goals himself from his own position, but he never played selfish game. Skillfully, he took the ball away from the German defenders and made it possible for the players in the D to score goals. So, dribbling the ball, okay, while dribbling it, then he held the ball. Instead of shooting, that means scoring for the goals, he did not. He was not a selfish captain. So he passed to the other player, the co-player, and then the player scored the goal because Dhyan Chand was not a selfish player. Okay, he works as a team. Selfish means only me, myself, I want to own my honor. That is selfish, very selfish. But to work as a team, everybody should take part, work as one team so that the team will be strong. This is a lesson for us also. When we are in a teamwork, every effort will be blossoming, will give us a good result. But if you are selfish, you will never win it. So this is the character that he played. He never wanted himself only. He wanted the team to win. So played amongst the team and then won the match. Okay, he would have scored here. He would have scored a goal easily, but he doesn't want only for himself. He passed to the other section and from the defender, and the defender made a goal. Okay, that's the team spirit. Okay, let us see what have we understood from here. As I said, Major Dhyan Chand here. Why Major? Because he was a soldier in the army. Remember that. Soldier in the army. Yeah, soldier in the army. Chand is what in Hindi? It is Chand, but then it's just a moon, right? Why is he called Chand? Is because he used to practice his hockey during the moonlight, because daytime we don't have time. He was a soldier, he was on duty, so no time for him to practice the game. So he made time for himself, that is during the night when the moonlight, he will practice his hockey. All right, that is why he was called as Dhyan Chand. Otherwise, his real name was Dhyan Singh. Okay, but because of his effort that he made during his free time to practice hockey during the night, during the moonlight, so he was named as Chand. Okay, Dhyan Chand. All right, then where does hockey help? In Berlin, Germany. At that time, who was the president of Germany? Adolf Hitler. He was a dictator. he himself had gone to witness the game. All right, okay. When it was held, 15th of August 1936. This was the final tournament. And on this particular day, it was raining heavily. Throughout it was raining. So the ground was wet. And they couldn't postpone this tournament also because it was final. So they had to play at any cost, they had to play on that particular day. So this event took place on this day. All right. So he went and all the team went and played. But then the Indian team were not comfortable with the wet ground. And they were full of pressure. The Indian team were full of pressure because they were scared to play against Germany. Because while rehearsing, while playing the friendly match, they lost against Germany. So they were full of pressure because they knew Germany was very strong, they were very strong, and then how they defeated them also, they had faced that, so they were scared, and then they were full of pressure. All right, but even then, they had to play this match. So it was, he himself, Hitler, had gone to witness. Not only that, 40,000 were filled in a gallery to watch this match. And also, Maharaja of Baroda himself also was there to witness the match. Okay? To witness the match, to see the match. But then to face in the finals. Look at this for us also during the examination, final examination. Even after good preparation also. If you recollect what you have prepared, we are still nervous. As long as the question paper is not coming. Why? Because it's final term. We want to be promoted and we want to get good marks. So we all wanted to do very well. So we used to be nervous and then we used to shivering, right? But then with that confidence we should have in ourselves that yes, we should do it, face it, and then we should win it. But then after doing that final exams, then when you get the results, if you get in a good position, that means you will feel proud, overexcited, you'll be happy. And then you will want, if you are determined, if you are very determined that I should get first in the class, you all will just compete yourself that yes, I should do better than the others. So the same thing in this game also. In this game also, all right? Indian, the captain, he himself. What is his name? Dhyan Chand, right? The captain himself wanted to defeat the German. But at the same time also scared because the German were very, very strong. And to win this, the German, what did they do? They even tried different new techniques, short passing in order to win this game against India. They started their level best. They tried to create new techniques, but still they were playing against it. They were doing it very hard. The captaincy leadership of Dhyan Chand scored 1 goal after the first half. There are 2 duration, right? First half and the second half. In between there is a break. During the first half, nobody scored goals. But after the first half, they started scoring the 1 goal only. Though the German tried so many terms and conditions in order to defend, all right? To defend the Indians not to score, not to give a goal, but they got a goal. Then, even then also, the Indian team also defended themselves, not allowing the German to score any goals. So up till then, only 1 goal from the Indian team. All right, then again, in the second half, first half done, now second half, after getting one goal, the Indians were excited, no? Okay, 1 goal, 1-0. So 1 goal we got, so we should get some more. So we're getting that confidence in ourselves. Also, when we know something that is good is going to happen. So the same thing to the hockey team also. They were so confident, not really, but then they were at least better than the German because 1-0. So they got a bit happy, then they wanted to score more. So they were firm. Okay, they got that encouragement to be firm, and then they got the speed also for themselves in order how to play against Germany. So then the entire team played one by one. Then after that, immediately 3 goals more were shot by the Indian. Okay, 3 goals more shot by the Indians. So then 2 of them were made by the captain, that is Indian team, Dhyan Chan. However, German players, they were also trying in not allowing the Indian easily to score goals. No, the German did not do that. They tried to level best in order to defend the Indians scoring the goals. But ultimately, Indians scored the goals. They too succeeded in making 1 goal. After Indian made 1 goal plus another 3 goals, then the German scored 1 goal. Okay? Now only few minutes were left. Dhyan Chan had resolved to win the match. The Dhyan Chan, few minutes left, okay, for the hockey match to finish, to be over. Then he was very determined. He doesn't want to allow the German to score goals. All right. So he was by anyhow, he wanted to stop the German scoring goals. That they, at any cost, that they should not score any goals because he wanted to take this trophy. Very determined captain. So now a little few minutes were left. Dhyan Chan had resolved to win the match at any cost without allowing Germany to make any more goals. But his spike shoes, as I told you, how were the spike shoes? His spike shoes were not comfortable with him. What he did? He removed the shoes, he removed the socks, and then he went barefoot running, okay, on the ground. Then he used his amazing skills because one, he holds the stick. That means it's so beautiful for him. He'll just dribble the ball and then go for scoring the goals. All right. Then there we all notice that his magical skills was performed by him. Then using his amazing skills of dribbling and his near magical game, he began to send one pass after another to the players in the D, that means in the defending team, that means the opponent, that is in the defenders or opponent's area from where they could make goals. Passing from one corner to the other like that. Opponents, that means defender, were in front of them, but passing the ball one to the other and then score a goal. They too did not let the passes go waste. Even the Indian team also, once passing the ball, they did not let it wasted. They pick up the ball and then keep dribbling and passing from one to another. Then the Indian team scored 3 more goals. See, after working so very hard, another 3 more goals are scored. It was scored now, how many together? 3, 6, 7. Then Dhyan Chan could have easily made the goals himself from his own position. Had he been a selfish captain who wants only his name, he would have done it. But he was not so. He doesn't want his selfishness to be ruined. Not only for himself, but he wants the team to work because he's got the team spirit. All right? So the full team should work together. Therefore, skillfully he took the ball away from the German defenders and made it possible for the players in the D to score the goals. You understand? Understand?